Hello and welcome back to This Board Game Life. My name is Mark, and I'm back today for my month in review for February of 2026. Before I jump into it, if you'd be so kind to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not, absolutely free, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when new content is dropping. All right, so let's jump into February 2026. I did play a total of 15 games in the month for a total of 25 different plays. So several of these I played multiple times, but we're just going to jump into it and go back to the beginning of February, where I got to play Nemesis Retaliation. This is an amazing game. In fact, it's right here on the screen. If you're, it is Nemesis, but with just a ton of aliens, a lot going on. It hits faster and harder than the originals, but you are a Marine and you are prepared and you have much more ammunition and opportunities to do more mass damage than you do in the original Nemesis. So it's a tremendous amount of fun. And the beautiful part about Retaliation is, unlike the first two games that have a board, this is tiles that you place out. So the rooms are always going to be in different places. Oh, of course, the other two, though, you do mix up your tiles. Um, it's yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. You do in the first two games, you have the board, but you place tiles randomly down and then flip them over when you go into the room. So kind of still that same thing, but the way that you move between rooms can change. So like if you go into a room, you explore it, you put the corridor to go to it, then you get this card. It'll tell you where to put corridors. But if there's a corridor that would connect to an already discovered room, you don't put it there. And what happens is that makes it more tough to get around. Like you're not, everything is not connected, and it makes it a bit more challenging to get around. So awesome game, absolutely love it. Got to play a lot more Pandemic Legacy Season 2. We played 5 games of this. We had lost the first one. Then we're just like, man, and this wasn't the first game. This was just like a continuation. This was probably game 3 or 4. It's like, man, we just can't win. And then we got like on a lucky streak. We won like 3 in a row, and we're like, okay, we got cocky. We're like, we got this. And then boom, we got obliterated very quickly. What was our last game? I think was less than 30 minutes. It was 21 minutes, and we were dead, out. It's Pandemic Legacy is awesome. Season 2 is just crazy, and I can't wait to finish it up. It's just been amazing. All right, then played Shackleton Base Journey to the Moon. This was, I think, my first. No, this was the second time playing it. We did play it again. Yeah, we had played it in January at the con. So really fun game. I do like it a lot. It's very there's a lot going on as you're putting out your different buildings, and you're getting resources based on like majority of the zone that you're in or the sector, and then you've got like these lines across the base, across the moon, of how you get certain things. And there's a lot going on in this game. There's a bunch of corporations, I believe they're called, that you can do different things for these corporations to get points and various things. There's a lot happening with Shackleton Base. Got to play Dominion again, which was great. That's a lot of fun. And also Forest Shuffle. So if you haven't played, both are card games, very different card games. I mean, Dominion, you probably know what that is. It's a classic, the classic deck builder, right? And then Forest Shuffle, I've played this several times. This is a lot of fun. You're trying to get an engine going with your little forests and the trees, and then you're putting animals and things or critters top and bottom of your trees, or left and right of your trees. And it's really fun. It really is a good game. Next, I played Fluxx, the board game. I got to play this again. This is a lot of fun. I enjoy Fluxx, the board game. I really do. I enjoy this more than the card game. The card game is a lot of fun, but the board game, which is now in a very small box edition, so it's very easy to take along with you, just adds a little bit more rule changes and things to do. And like you can be on a tile, and you're trying to get your little pawns basically to the spots you need to get the gold cards, right? It still has the gold cards, the action cards, the rule cards, all that stuff. But now you can rotate the tiles, or sometimes you might be able to go wrap around from one side of the board to the other. Sometimes you can't, so then you have to go all the way across the board maybe to get to where you want to be. Sometimes the tiles can rotate, or you can move them. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. All right. Next was Railway Boom. This is one that I didn't expect to like. It didn't look interesting to me, but when we played it, it was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game. It's not, it is a train game, but it is unlike any other train game I have played before. And it is quite interesting. There's a lot of different, I think what I like about it, there's a lot of different ways to score. What I think is interesting is every time it like comes back around to your turn, you are starting out in a different place. So like when you start a chain in one round, you may not be able to connect that because you're going to have like starting options. There's these random cities will come up, and that's where and then based on turn order, your people are picking where they want to start. So, it could be really tough to chain your trains together. There's opportunities where you can score based on being in regions with other people's trains and things like that. There's quite a lot going on, and it's actually a really neat game. All right, next was Wonderland's War. I got to play this at full player count, 5 people, and this thing is a blast. This game is gorgeous, it's beautiful, but you can't. They say you can play like 2 to 5, but I'm sorry, you've got to have 4 to minimum. I've played with 3, and you have to force the combat, and it's just not fun. Like, then when you've got a full complement of 5 people, that's where this game really shines. And so I wouldn't even recommend 4, but 4 would be the minimum. And 5 really does allow you to have some amazing, good battles for control of regions. And it was a lot of fun. It was just some of the best Wonderland's War I have yet to have to this date. So excellent game. All right, next I got to play The Search for UAPs. This is one of those games that I picked up in a Humble Bundle, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I don't know what that says. It is a more complicated game for me. There was a lot of parts of it that I did like, and but I'm not a huge fan of deduction games, and there's a lot to this. So somehow I ended up winning. I total luck really, and I think it was like by 1 point, but there wasn't a lot of points. I just had kind of lucked out with some things that I had done to gain some points, but I never found the UAP, and I just kind of felt like, how did I win when I didn't get the UAP? Where others did find the UAP, but I still had more points than them. So it's really a weird kind of game that way. Just because you discover it doesn't necessarily mean you'll win, which is good. It's one of these games that allows, everyone can win. Anybody could win at the end. All right, next I played, what is this? I don't even remember this. I got to look this one up. Hansa Teutonic. I know we played it, but for some reason I can't even picture this thing. And I gotta look this up real quick, trying to refresh my memory of what this was. Oh yeah. Okay. This one I did very poorly at. I was struggling to understand, like, what am I supposed to do in this game? It just kind of, to me, took me quite a while to kind of grasp, but that's kind of the norm with a first time you're playing a game. But overall, wasn't really something that, like, if this comes up again, I would prefer not to play it. Like, I will play if my friends want to play it, but it's not anything that I'm thrilled of. I think Rob probably owns this, probably absolutely loves it. It's definitely his type of game, big Euro game. And what is this? What is the difficulty? It's a 2.96. So it's right there in the middle. I mean, it's a medium, but I don't know. This one didn't sit with me very well. This didn't work for me. All right. Next, I got to play Magical Athlete. We did this as a warm up. I like the game. I think it's funny. It's just stupid fun. It's just a good time. Then I got to play several rounds of Blood on the Clock Tower again at my house, and this was a lot of fun. Really had a good time. I think I got one win out of that, out of the three, and then I think we lost the rest. So we had the townsfolk win the first game, the demons win the second game. Oh no, and the townsfolk won the third game. That's right. Came down to me, them finally believing me, which we got our win on the third game. So again, Blood on the Clock Tower. It's a lot of fun. It's so different because it's not a board game. I mean, you're just sitting there. It's a deduction game. It's a very large group game if you're not familiar with it, where everyone gets a roll and a hidden roll. No one, you got to figure out what everyone else is doing. And there's people out, the demons are killing someone every night, and it's just everyone's trying to figure out who's who. And there's a lot of deceit and lying and a lot of fun stuff. Makes for very interesting dynamics between people. All right, then this last Wednesday, we got a group of us together, like we do every Wednesday, but we actually played Captain Sonar, and we had 3-on-3. It plays 8, but we had some people that couldn't make it, and so we had a person on each team was pulling double duty, doing 2 roles, but Captain Sonar is crazy. If you haven't played this, you can play it turn by turn. So we did turn-based, so like our first game, just to kind of learn it. So where one team does a turn, they say what they're going to do, and the next team turns. But the game really shines and is meant to be played real time. So like you have a captain on each side that's telling you, saying out loud, we're moving east, north, south, or west, right? So you're always just moving one square. And then you've got a radio operator on the other team that's listening to you. Now, they don't know where on the map you started, but they're going to just take a point and they're going to start going. And eventually they move this sheet around trying to figure out where your path is legit to avoid islands and not running off the map and things like that. They're trying to figure out so they can know, okay, you started here. Look, this path I marked, you're here. They're trying to figure out where you are so that they can use, the mines and torpedoes and stuff to take you out. And so in a real-time game, one team could be moving a lot quicker than the other team. And that doesn't always equate to being a good thing, but it's all about, like your radio operators got to really pay attention and just listen and map out, try to figure out as quick as possible that they can where the enemy team is, and then start communicating with the captain, hey, I know where they're at. And then the captain can start, figuring out when to fire weapons and try to get into position by them to do things. So it's super cool, fun, co-op, team-based. It's not a co-op. I mean, it's cooperative with your team, but it's still team-based competitive game. Captain Sonar. Next, played some more Shadowhunters, and I blew that one. That was I made a big boo-boo on that one and blew it. So the neutrals won because I failed to pay attention. And then the last game we played for the month of February was Draft and Write Records. This is one from 20th Century Games that I haven't pulled out for quite a while. Really love it. We played with 6 people, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Definitely going to have to. We were running short of time, so we're going to play it again sometime in the future, where everyone now has kind of an idea of what to do in the game. Because most people, I think everyone except me, had not played it before. So I had like 5 new people. So there was we need to play it again. But it was a fun game. I really love Draft and Write Records. So all right, that's it. Really kind of a quick run through, 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes today. But that was my month in review. Not as many games, but I still had a lot of plays of certain games, and it was a really fun month. I got a lot of different stuff in. So Really appreciate you watching. If you have been watching so far and you still haven't hit that like button and that subscribe button and that bell icon, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing? Make sure you do all the good stuff. All right. And feel free to share comments. Let us know in the comments below some things that you've played in the month of February, or maybe you got some thoughts or comments on things that I have played. Love to hear from you. And again, we will see you at the table.